I know, we're live, but there was no music, so that's the way it goes. Hello and welcome back to the finishing line. A full house. We're having maybe a few internet issues. Sponsored by Andrew Halligan Entertainment.
Yes.
The proud maker of these lovely racing silks behind me. And
Thanks.
Tom's Corner, which is funded by Pimlico Horse Racing Inc.com.
All available in all your good retail stores.
I really wish the internet would work.
It probably is working for them.
You're good.
Yeah,
you're good.
It's not this side. Sean O'Connor, yeah, we're late again. We've laptop issues, we've internet issues, but we're still here.
We record our Cheltenham anti-post as well, so
We're four men with issues and we still make it, so
a lot of issues.
give us a break. Please like and subscribe, helps the channel. Anyone that's not subscribed or watches, just hit the button. Give us a few likes. Might get some hair that Tom is paying for in Turkey. My client that's over there is getting his new teeth. They look good. Well done. Happy days.
Should have got 2 for 1 special.
2 for 1 special. Some hair, some teeth, please. We are here this evening to talk about some good racing again. The weekend at Sandown, Cork. Do we have anywhere else? Aintree. Beechers Chase at Aintree. Not a fiddler's idea do I have of who's going to win that race. We'll take some comments as we go, and we're also going to do a quick little review of the weekend. Before we get going, we won't waste any time. We have our Christmas special coming up towards the end of the month.
It's the end of the year, technically, as well.
Nice little graphics there, but it's snow, some reindeers, no horses, Santa Claus. When's it on?
Thursday, the 21st at 8 o'clock.
Doo-doo. They didn't hear that, I did.
What's the doo-doo?
It was outside.
Oh.
I would suggest, if you're watching, we'll be live that night. It'll be like a mini Cheltenham Festival preview. There's a lot of racing to go through, a lot of cards, a lot of grade ones, good horses.
A lot of wine.
I'm going to have a drink, I'd say, that night. So I suggest viewers also drink aware and all that kind of stuff. Don't go mad, but I can't stop you otherwise as well. So it's all the one. Going Sandown Saturday, looking forward to it. Trevor Clark, enjoy it. Bet responsibly, get some winners, and do the state man dance.
For who?
I don't know yet. Before we get going on those races and try and give Trevor some winners, just touching on last week's racing because we weren't here Sunday. Herpes Allen, first time over fences, grade 2 winner. I thought he warmed up his jumping as he went along. I had a good conversation with Andrew. I didn't think they made enough use of Nickelback. Oh, he's nuts, and you just got to let him be fully nuts. Just let the man be nuts. I'd like to see him, perhaps, Aintree, 2 miles, back end of the year.
The handicap that Henry seems to win.
Yeah, the handicap that Henry sends horses to. He
could on my own. He
could 100% go back 2 miles. He's a Fruit Loop, full of speed. Hermes Allen?
Full of speed?
No, not drugs.
Herpes Allen, yeah. Solid enough performance. I will never ever forgive this horse. I'd never ever forgive myself for putting up this horse for Ballymore. Grand debut. There's few better than him over fences. So
yeah, I know.
He'll win his races. Good jumping performance. Yeah, Nickelback. I thought if they made more use of him, he would have fallen in the hole. That was my theory behind it. He's only going as fast as that would possibly even finish well. Look, he beat the rest of them fair and square. Just got beat by a better horse in the day, I think.
I was saying to you, if you've seen his last 2 races, the jockey was firing him into fences, and he seemed a little bit scared this time. Maybe it was to step up in grade, and
the fact that there's only fucking Fruit Loop.
He's saving him, and I suppose he's a bit nuts. But Sean, Tom, Hermes Allen, I thought he was decent enough, but maybe not top of the range.
Yeah, he was all right. Yeah, he's got to take another step forward again, obviously. But no, I thought he did it well, and yeah, warmed up to the task as he went through it and won well enough in the end.
Sean?
Yeah, I've not much to add. I think he's covered it all. Nice performance. He was getting scrubbed along, and you were in doubt at the top of the straight, but he plugged on well. And I'd say he'll improve for it and probably go to somewhere at Kent maybe at Christmas.
Okay. The Hennessey, good race. Winner. I gave 2. I had a bigger bet in the other one, but we still made some profit. Always the way. That's all right. Gino done the business. I thought this is one of the best rides of the season. They went too hard up front, out the back, and then just started picking horses off. They're saying they'll step him up in grade now. I don't know if they're graded horses, but he deserved a big one.
Yeah, it's the first time I haven't backed in like 4 races, I'd say. And I was glad I missed the race. I was in the panto with lads, with the children, so I missed it. Didn't really watch it back. Seen the end of it. From what I saw, he'd done it well. Came nicely from the back. John McConnell's horse, Malammission, ran a very good race for a stable that was couldn't buy a winner if they tried to. Cotswold Chase seems to be the next port of call with him. I think that's just a step too much for him, if I'm honest.
Yeah, probably will be. I don't know if he's fully graded top horse level, but he definitely did that step up and trip, and the right horses were behind him. Malammission and Monbeg Genius were the right horses to be placing.
I think he needed a lot to go for him to win one at Cotswold.
Sean, what you think?
Yeah, I thought it was incredible. I don't think, do you know what? Sometimes the jockeys can end up pushing these along, but when he was out the back and he wasn't going with a Gavancy and just let him pop away, and it's probably the winning of the race, to be honest. He then picked his way through and he came like a train and went, boy, John McConnell can't buy a winner at the moment. Can he? How unlucky can he be getting? I seen that Marlowe's Mission lost his 2 front shoes. I'm not too sure. Would that make a big difference, Tom? Maybe you might be.
Yeah, it would, yeah. But the back ones, not so much, but the front ones definitely,
Yeah, he's very unlucky at the moment. And Monbeg Genius, I put him up as he nappy each way. I was disappointed. I was a bit confused, to be honest. He set up in a lovely position, and then he looked as if he's going to fade away, and then all of a sudden he came fighting back and he got toward. So he's gone now for me. That was his chance, and I don't know what they're going to do with him. But the winner, I don't think he'll make great a company. But look, he could end up in an Ultimate or something like that at Cheltenham Festival.
Tom, anything to add?
I thought the winner was good. I see he's been put up £11. That's handicapped out for him. I don't know what are they looking at now with him. I don't know. Running the Gold Cup. I don't know. Maybe come back for a Ryanair back and trip. But I think now they've gone up to 3 miles and a bit. They won't want to come back. So I don't know. Maybe they run him in the Gold Cup. I have no idea now. At the minute, he's a bit tricky to place. Malammission deserves one of these, doesn't he? Jesus, falling at Cheltenham and then second, just touched off in this. As Sean said, losing 2 front shoes as well. Very, very unlucky. John has had 3 winners though in the last week or so. So things are definitely turning there. And Monbeg Genius, another one. I wonder, is he just going to be a bit of one of those bridesmaids now that just gets placed in those races rather than actually wins them? I was a little bit disappointed in him, to be honest. I thought he was off it from a long way out. So, interesting to see where they go next for him.
Yeah, good performance. Hopefully he'll kick on. The grade ones on Sunday at Leopardstown. The Royal Bond, I don't know. Wasn't great, was it?
Wasn't great. I think on October will end up being the best of a lot of them. I think he needs to step up and trip. Rachel probably could have made more use of him just before the home bend. Stayed on nicely. It was a good performance for only his second run over hurdles. Taking nothing away from the winner. Won very well. Came from off the pace and had the speed to win it. Not a vintage Royal Bond, but I think I'll be following on October going forward.
Tom, Royal Bond?
Yeah, I felt Rachel could have kicked on a bit sooner, but that was just my opinion. Good race. The winner, I gave him a mention on the show, but I thought he definitely won further than 2 miles, and I still probably think he does want further than 2 miles. So I wouldn't underestimate that. I thought it was quite a smart performance by him. On Tubber up in trip, I think we'll give him another chance.
Sean, what you think? Not happy with the Henry horse?
Look, I thought he was getting his own way out in front, and I thought she should have made more use of him. She was the last sort of off the bridle, and I thought she would have kicked after jumping the third last and stretched him. But I was disappointed. The winner done well now. The winner made an absolute nuts of the last, and still managed to get up. I thought he done really well. And King of Kingsfield, I don't know what I can see him just coming in a handicap of 25-1 Monday. He'll just be smothered somewhere, and he's gonna come up because he's just got to land one. He's fallen himself in around these races. I don't even know whether it'd be the Cheltenham Festival. I think a sharp track might be him, but he's got to be a handicap winner in the making.
Yeah,
Handicap on the back of that.
I agree. Kingsfield wins something. I just don't know what it is. And I have to agree. I think Rachel, she was sitting on Tober, and he clearly is going to stay further. She's got to make more use of him. He's not going to have a turn of pace like Bob Ollinger had. So.
No, maybe she thought he was going to pick up and he just didn't. Look, it was only his second run over hurdles. Her second time riding him a race. He probably picked up it last time at Ferry House and he just didn't pick up in a graded race. Look, they learn as they go with these horses.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll have any bearing on Cheltenham Festival. The Drinmore, I Am Maximus is now a Grand National winner and a Grade 1 winner.
How did that happen?
It just doesn't. He's a funny, weird action with his front.
Everything.
Yeah, but he just kicks it out to the side. And I don't know what to really make of it. I was totally against Let's Be Clear about it. I said it on the podcast. I think his form, he's winning on the bridle, but he's beating absolutely fucking pigs. So I'm not surprised he didn't win. And if you remember, Cromwell came to this meeting last year with favourites and they all kind of fell asunder as well. So. But you know what? I doubt I'll be taking form going forward.
To me, if you look at his ratings over hurdles, they just ran to the ratings of his rating over hurdles. Sharjah's not the horse he was.
He was miles too far back anyway.
He was never going to win that.
He'd no chance of winning where Paul had him.
There was 5 in the race. You'd give me 5 picks, I still would have found a way not to pick I Am Maximus.
Strange one.
Look, he was clearly, they thought he's a really good horse when he was younger. Willie's had to turn them inside out to win a Grand National. You think of this time last year, he was going left-handed and he was jumping out to his right. He was going right-handed and he was jumping out to his left. And then he goes off and wins. He finished in Turners?
Yeah, I don't know.
Turners?
No, he didn't even win into the Grand National.
Yeah. So his first win was a Grand National. Then he goes off and wins this. Like, Willie's after doing some job with this fella. It's still a horse you just can't trust. You know, what's he going to do?
It's a weird one.
But, he done it really well in the end, in fairness to him.
He did. He stuck his head down.
On to another Grade 1 with him and see what happens.
Sean?
Yeah, I was standing around a few people out at the race and spotters, and they were talking about this race with them, and they were saying, let's be clear about it. And I thought halfway around, I was like, Jesus, lads, you're onto a winner here. I back Sharjah, who didn't lift a leg in the ground. I think he didn't kick him out, and I was worried straight away. Halfway around, you would have thought Let's Be Clear About was the winner. You would have gave me any odds I would have taken on that. And I Am Maximus. I turned left after this race and asked someone, did this really just happen? I couldn't believe it, to be honest. I couldn't have seen this coming. And found the 50, he's going to be short at the top level. I think he'll come back down to 2 miles probably. He sort of hit the last and looked a bit tired and just stayed on at the one pace. But let's be clear about it. I wouldn't be surprised if something comes out about him maybe bleeding or maybe a race too many, because he just cut out between the second last and last, and I didn't see it coming, to be honest.
Tom?
Yeah, God knows. Yeah, I don't really know, Dave, about the other race. I don't know about the form going forward. I don't know. Look, maybe we're being too harsh on I Am Maximus here. Like he took a while to find his feet last year. He got beat a short head at that meeting by Manella Cruna. He's then gone and won a bloody Grand National, you know. So that was his last day as a novice. So he's gone and won on his last day as a novice in a Grade 1, which is fantastic. He's got to go into open company now. Where is he going to go? I don't know. Very tough, but yeah, I don't know, Dave. There's it's just kind of those early season proper graded races where all that, you know, summer and early autumn form comes together. And sometimes it's just, you realize it's not actually worth what it was, what you thought it was a few weeks ago.
Kind of have to fire him into 3 mile grade ones now.
Yeah, they will, yeah. Sure. He might be the one to take out of it. The last grade one, Imperial Pass, Tia Hoop Hoop. Yeah, the lads will probably talk a little bit more about it. I wrote on my Twitter, I have to say I was disappointed with Imperial Pass. A lot of excuses to be given as first run and this and that. To me, if he had any semblance of challenging Conhill, even 80% fit, he had to put Tia Hoopo away. So I will not be in the Imperial Pass camp going forward. Andrew?
Just the performance alone, you stop that between the second last and last, and how far does Imperial Pass win by? Just stopped. Just cut out like a light, like a horse that was needed a run. I know we're saying about does Willie's need a run and whatnot, but he literally stopped like a horse that needed a run. Done too much throughout the race probably as well. He was keen as Hatton throughout the race. Looks like T. Hoopo now is going straight to Cheltenham. Look, again, it's a good performance. Leopardstown could be his track. His best performance is happy when he's fresh. Beat Honeysuckle and Classical Dream in this last year. Huh?
Ferryhouse,
sorry. Beat Honeysuckle and Classical Dream in this last season. Went on to the Galmoy. He won that. Then you just can't get that he got beat by Serda Burley and Dashel Drasher last season. Look, he's obviously going to improve again this season. I'd have more the French horse, definitely. I think he's worthy favours, but as a horse, I just can't take to right now. I'd leave him go win the stairs if he did end up winning it, but I still don't think. I think something will end up beating him.
Yeah, I'd never back him for the stairs. He's definitely better on heavy ground as well, and he got his ground last year at Cheltenham. I think he will be beaten if it's like good to soft or something.
And people saying the stairs, look, he got dragged across the court. Look, he had plenty of time.
Look, he had loads of times.
He had plenty of time to go past them up the hill.
Maybe
he just didn't go.
Maybe it wasn't Davies finest hour either, but he should have won.
He should have won. Whether 3 mile stretches him really around Cheltenham, and it's happened to a lot of horses. You can win 3 mile Galmoys around Gorham Park. You can win 2.5 mile around Leopardstown or Ferryhouse. And once it's like Classical Dream, for example, he will 3 miles over here, no bother. Second his Cheltenham, he doesn't stay properly.
To me, last year, what he did at Cheltenham was far below what he did at Ferryhouse. And if he had ran to the same level he did at Ferryhouse against Honeysuckle, he'd have won at Cheltenham. But he didn't do that.
Yeah. Just a final bit on Imperial Pass. Look, I wouldn't be as downbeat as you would. It wasn't what we thought we'd see. But again, it looked like he was going to go and just batter these. But to me, it looked like he emptied out. I'll give him another chance. He'll need to improve 10, 15 pounds for that to get anywhere near Conhill. That's just getting near his quarters. But it's not beyond the realms of possibility. But I hope he does, because holy Christ, the champion hurdle so boring right now if it doesn't happen. Yeah,
look, I just wanted to see a challenger to Conhill, and we'll go to Sean in a second because I know he loves Conhill. And I think if you're an Imperial Pass fan, you'll see positives in it. But I'm neither a fan of neither, and I just 80% fit. He should have won. He should have put Hoopo to the sword, because Conhill would beat that horse by 50 lengths, I'd say, if he wanted to.
Yeah,
genuinely, like he's that good.
Yeah, but then you take in consideration that this obviously seems like it's T. Hooper's track, T. Hooper's race. Is this time of year? He's ground. He's everything going in his favour.
Maybe so.
Look, we'll soon find out.
Yeah, I was warming the Hoopo camp last week. I thought Imperial Pass was coming into his playground here now on soft ground, and I'll give it to Jack Kennedy. I think he gave him an absolute perler. Imperial Pass was jiggy going around the ring, and that showed in the race early on. He went no gallop, and Paul just couldn't settle him. He had nothing in front of him. Jack sat behind him. I think they steadied up and quickened up at the right times, and Jack knew he was going to found a hell of a lot. I've seen a lot of rubbish on Twitter about Paul Townend's ride, and this some crazy stuff I've read, but he knew that he didn't have much under the bonnet. He was trying to convince Jack Kennedy that he had more than what he actually did, and that's what when he did kick. In fairness to him, now he didn't fall away. He didn't lose by 3 or 4 lengths. There was only a length in at the end. The Hoopo getting the better of him. In terms of champion hurdle, I don't give him a hope of getting there Constitution Hill now. He would have had to beat him and beat him comfortably, in my opinion, to be getting near him. I think that no doubt he's going to benefit from coming back down to 2 miles, but I'd still be strong on the case that he won't be state man. What else was it? Ashrow Diamond, I thought she ran a nice race. She was given a soft time. She was within a couple of lengths, 2 or 3 lengths at the second last, and Paddy Mullins didn't ask much about it.
Thomas
And
did that.
he didn't give her a hard time, so I was happy with that run.
Tom?
Of course you were happy. Dropped out last, ran on to be third, same as always.
Beating Zanny here and the likes of them, Tom.
Come here, I'd beat fucking Zanny here.
I mean, imagine that. That's got it's nearly champion hurdle form, isn't it?
That's Mare's hurdle form all over it.
Oh, Mare's hurdle form, yeah.
Beating Zanny.
Bob Ollinger and Zanny. Oh, stop.
Hey, fuck you. You leave Bob alone.
I can't have her.
Body 1 is still being cited out there. Shut up.
She was given a handling.
Yes for that.
She's won 3 races. She's beat Kansas City Star by a length and a quarter. She's been Jetara by a length and a quarter. And she's beaten what could have been by 5 lengths, who was rated 125. And then she's getting dropped out to run on in grade 1.
Don't forget a grade 1 run, Sam, against the Gallants.
Yeah. How many loads has she won?
How's her good horses?
I'm telling you, there's loads there for me to be taking her around. Anyway, back to the horse who's going to put up to Con Hill in the champion hurdle in Perry Pass. I was very happy with this as a comeback. I thought he was keen. He's a huge, great big horse. I thought he looked fairly big now before the race. I'm sure he'll come on plenty. I know we're going on about Willies, will they, won't they? But this lad looks like he'll come on plenty. He's a massive, great big horse. And I thought he was keen during the race. I didn't think that helped. I think he jumped okay after missing the first. He was absolutely swinging, wasn't he, between the second last and the last, and he came off it there. Tiupu just got the better of him. They're 12 lengths clear then of Ashrow Diamond, who's going to win the Mayor's Hurdle. So, I thought it was a solid run. I'm not too disheartened at all. I think people just go over the top, don't they? I can't stand this judging horses on their first run of the season. I just can't stand it at all. It does my head in, to be honest. It's probably one of my biggest pet hates. Tihupu, I would say, was drilled to win that. Gordon came out straight after and said he's best fresh. We're going straight to Cheltenham. And he didn't just come up with that plan on the fucking walk in from the parade ring. So from the track to the parade ring. So I imagine he was drilled for that. Look, I think his chance was last year, to be honest. I know it's a weak division this year. Watch the anti-post video for more. But he was beaten by Sire de Burley and Dasher Drasher, and as 11 and 10-year-olds. Florian Porter, didn't seem the horse he was and didn't seem right last year either. He was 4th. So I think he missed his golden opportunity last year, and I think there'll be something to beat him this year.
Okay, comment there from Russell, talking to Trevor, but I think Sir Gerhard will go stairs 20-1. Will doesn't fancy him over fences. Andrew will be happy with that. Sir Gerhard. And we do touch on Ballyburn and who's the horse again? Firefox. Straight out of my mind there. But we won't bore you with it twice. It's on the anti-post video, which will be uploaded. So please check that out. And there's a little teaser for you. Someone might have put up Ballyburn, but who is the one to have done that? And there's a bit of a discussion re the maiden hurdle over the weekend.
Which maiden?
The one that was gone.
What?
Firefox and Ballyburn.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Anyway, on to the racing for the weekend. And the first one is on Friday. The Betfair Esher Novice Chase Grade 2. It's Stay Away favourite, 10-11. Giastinko, 15-8. The Changing Man, 4-1. Conqueror Legend, 40-1. Andrew and Tom are going to put up Stay Away
Correct.
Sean is going to make a case for Giovinco.
And you're going to sit in the fence.
I'm not going to sit in the fence. I don't think Sandown suits the type of horse the Stay Away Faye is. So I think Giovinco will beat him. Giovinco's just faster horse.
It's going to be bottomless ground and it's going up a hill of sand now.
It's all defense in the back straight. You can't be like he was at Exeter when he came off the bridle and like a real dour stayer.
That'll hit the hill and grab that hill and
it's
go
all
past
well.
him.
It's all well hitting the hill. If he's too far back,
He's not going to be
that
too
don't make
far
any
back.
difference.
I don't think Giovinco will stay.
I think Giovinco will win.
Based
Andrew?
on?
No, I don't mind Giovinco. I've always liked Giovinco. I just wanted to see it a bit more. And I understand the race that he won the last time. There's a lot of fences taken out. I'm firmly in the belief that he would have won the first race and would have won it well. I think he would have beaten that Sam Thomas horse. And look, Lucinda had a little dip in form, but she had a couple of winners again last week. If Lucinda thinks this is a really
Good pert horse.
he's definitely a good part horse, a really good chaser in the making. I will give it a go. I wouldn't mind stay. I'd probably take Stay Away Faye if this was at Cheltenham, but not at Sandown.
I take Stay Away Faye every day of the week here. It's going to be 3 miles, going to be on soft or heavy ground. There's nothing wrong with his jumping. The more stamina is going to come into effect, the more he's going to win by. The Giovinco thing I still don't get. I don't think he would have beat that Sam Thomas thing at all.
Yeah,
The two of them are travelling as well as each other. The race he won at Aintree, there was 9 fences taken out, so his jumping up and really put to the test. Stay Away Faye is a grade 1 winner as it is. Won really well at Exeter, won going away in the end. The third horse, Grae, as we said last week, is after coming out and bolting up at Newbury. His form is buoying far better than Giovinco. He gave away 16, 17 pounds the last time at Aintree, or he's beaten Naughton horses. And he didn't really. People say, "Oh, that was he didn't do really that convincingly." He done it, but it wasn't that spectacular. I think Stay Away Faye is a barn by not a country mile, a good bit better than Giovinco. I can even see the change of man getting very close to Giovinco and challenging for a second. I think Stay Away Faye will win this really, really easily.
Sean?
Yeah, Giovinco, look, he's one of the horse to follow and an outsider on the RSA. This is a D-day from now. He has to go and prove it here. I think the first day I'd be the same opinion he was going to win. He went to Aintree the last day. There was only 9 fences. But even when he was jumping them, the fall didn't look as if it had met this mark on him. He jumped them no problem at all. It was 3 mile 1 that day on soft ground around Aintree. I'm not worried about his stamina at all. I think he'll stay all day. He was giving away 19 pounds that day and he won by about 2.5 lengths, I'd say comfortably. He did have to be pushed out, but it was a sprint day on the straight. So he was always going to have to be asked the question. I think that justifies his mark. I think he is in and around Stay Away Faye's level. I think the potential there to improve as well. But look, Stay Away Faye has done it. He hasn't yet done it at this level. So Friday is going to be a big learning curve. And I won't be getting drilled into my 15 day if that's what you're looking for. I'd be happy to sit on bets that I have for Cheltenham now and not double do my money. So that's my opinion.
Tom?
I just don't get this Giovinco thing at all. Sean thinks that proves he's worth his mark, that run at Aintree. I literally just could not disagree more. He goes off a rate 143. There's hardly any fences to be jumped. It turns into a tactical, messy affair. 2 of the horses in the race are racing from out the handicap. The one he beats has won its last 2 races at Hexham. Tiger Orchard is an 8-year-old rated 126 who got beaten at Stratford handicap the time before off 122. And then Lord of Kerak has won 1 race out of 13. I just can't have how all of a sudden, because he was off 143 there, beating a bunch of 120 horses, he's rated 147 and he's worth that. I think you're only going to find out how good this horse is on Friday. Like, he could go and do it, but my head just says take him on all day long. You're taking him on with a horse then who you know has got grade 1 ability. Stays very, very well. Look, at Exeter, got outpaced and ran on. I think Sandown's really going to suit Stay Away Faye. I think that hill at Sandown is where Stay Away Faye might be a couple of lengths off coming to the last even. But you know he's going to stay up the hill all day long. I couldn't be keen.
You have doubts about Giovinco staying? I wouldn't have doubts about him staying, no.
I don't have doubts about him staying. I just have doubts about him being good enough, to be honest.
But like even Stay Away form, like the change of man is a 130 handicapper, and like I don't care what anyone tells me. The Grae Donnan that turned up at Exeter and the one that turned up at Haydock is completely two different horses. He has obviously come on a bundle as many as Skelton's horses have. I also think Goyer Dimmonale was nowhere near fit. And then you had Apple Away who didn't take the offences. So I think that winning margin is a bit exaggerated. He's saying that all of a sudden Stay Away is a machine. Like,
but he's done it. He's been.
Yeah.
No, he definitely has. Look, he's a proven horse.
But like, it just like on the way Stay Away Faye, people saying he's too slow because he hits a flat spot. I would rather see a 3-mile chaser hit a flat spot and finish like a train than a travelly thing that you have to get to the last and then hope that there's something left under the bonnet. How many of the top stayers do that? First, one that comes to mind, and I know he's not on the same level, Big Bucks. He hits a flat spot every single time. A lot of the 3-milers do it.
Oh, yeah.
The better ones do it.
But he does not have a turn of pace.
What did he do in Exeter? He won going away.
Yeah, that was just pure or staying. He doesn't have that. Doesn't have an automatic burst of pace. I like Stay Away Faye, but he doesn't.
It's a 3-mile chase, not a 2-mile.
He doesn't have an automatic burst of pace, and I'd be of the same kind of opinion as Sean. That like I don't know how Stay Away Faye has simply become the best horse ever. Like in the comments, he's going to win by 8 lengths and 10 lengths and all that. It's not Denman like.
But it's the race that we're looking at. We're not talking about any race. We're looking at who's he's against. He's B-changing man. He'll batter Conwell Legend. And Giovinco, I just don't get it.
This is the perfect race for a match bet.
Like to me, Stay Away Faye is everything you want for going around Sandown on heavy ground.
I'd wait before I'm at Cheltenham or Newbury.
Would you rather a horse going around Sandown that'll travel on the bridle and then you go asking for something that's after traveling probably? This is not saying Giovinco will do it, but travel away and then you go to put him down and he's after doing way too much in that ground. And you're a fellow who's guaranteed to bomb through all that ground and hit that hit. And go, how many times have you seen it of heavy ground at Sandown? Stairs will always power up that hill. I've
seen loads of times that you have to jump at speed, and if you don't jump at speed, you end up going backwards.
How fast are they going to go over a 3-mile chase in a 4-runner race?
A lot of fences down the back straight.
Go back and watch the Exeter race. How many fences did he miss out?
Exeter's a real stiff track, though.
I wouldn't say it is.
It is.
This is not.
It is. That back straight's crazy.
There's a big fucking drop where they can catch the break going downhill.
Right.
We've spent too much time on this. We'll see Friday.
We know where we stand. What are the terms of the match bet? Because you two aren't getting out of this now. You've nailed your colours to the mast.
No, I'm not having a match bet.
I haven't backed him either. I backed him with Jan.
I just think he has a good chance.
They're doing their Michael Jackson.
I wouldn't
moonwalking out of this.
If he gave me the RSA tomorrow, I probably wouldn't back either of them. But I do think Giovinco is better than the two he think he is. He might not be good enough to beat Stay Away Faye, but he's not a bad horse.
He's not, but that's what we're basing it on this race. He's not as good as Stay Away Faye, and he has not shown anywhere near the level what Stay Away Faye is.
But he hasn't been allowed show that. He hasn't been in the same races, like grade 1 races. She legitimately kept him to races that he was in last year because he's nuts. She full on said that. She wanted him to calm down and be able to learn how to race properly. That's okay. Like trainers do that with horses, like
yeah, but that doesn't automatically put him on the same standard as Stay Away.
But it also doesn't mean he can't be as good as Stay Away Faye. He hasn't shown it yet.
Well, he's had 2 chances to show it, and he's fell once, and he's beat a load of nobodies, giving him weight by 2.5 lengths.
Yes,
and
that's why you're basing it on. And you go to Stay Away Faye for him, who's a country mile better.
Well, how do you know he wouldn't have won by further if all the fences were in?
But they weren't, so you're talking about something that didn't happen.
But you're talking if buts and maybes as well. The horse has never been given a chance to show that he could be a grade 1 horse. He's been given the chance.
I am basing it on what I saw.
He didn't get 3 chances. He's been running in substandard races.
I said twice. He got 2 chances this season. He's unseat rider. Did he face a good horse? Did he face any good horse this season?
Did
he do anything at Aintree that said to you, oh my God, this thing's a superstar?
I didn't ask you that. Did he face a good horse?
Not really.
Exactly. And he's facing a good horse Friday,
Did he
so
fa-
you'll know how good he is.
Right. So he didn't face a good horse, and then he's beaten shit by 2.5 lengths.
I didn't speak about his form. I said
You
he's.
just asked me to be a good horse, and you're just putting it back to what he's beaten.
I asked
Move on.
you.
Move on.
I asked
Hill
you,
wins the next one.
is the horse entitled to be better than his rating?
I don't have him as a 147 horse. What he's done? No.
Is he entitled to be better? Could you be wrong?
I could be wrong. Of course, could be
Exactly. There we
wrong.
go.
Could you be wrong?
Absolutely. He could be useless. I don't think he's useless, but he could be.
I'm entitled to say what I want to say.
We are going on to the fight in fifth.
Go on, €20 match bet.
No.
What? All of the GS Dingo chat, and you won't even.
Yeah, I have him back for Cheltenham. What's the point in double doing my money? You're going to learn everything this Friday.
Aye, here, lads. The two of you now are absolute bottle drops. All your.
I actually agree with Sean. Was like 15th day on Friday, and if he has 33-1 for the RSA, there's no point. Sit there, see if he's good enough. If he wins, then you're sitting on a good bet.
Even the dog's had enough now. He's leaving.
The fight in fifth, Con Hill is favourite. I don't think he'll run. He's 4-7, so I would doubt he'd run.
What's he on the exchanges now? It's been up and down.
1.6.
I don't think he'll run. Love Envoy 3-1. She loves heavy ground. You wear it well, 4-1. Irish Point 10-1. Shishkin 10-1. Goshen not so sleepy, and Benson. Tom, what do you think?
Don't know. I'd love to go for a beer or a few bottles of wine or a few brandies with Nicky tonight and get the news out of him and get stuck in. But that's not going to happen. So God only knows. Look, if he turns up, he'll win, won't he? Yeah, God knows. Yeah, your favourite horse, Sean.
Sean.
Listen, if he turns up, there's no doubt he's winning. The market's being crazy. If any of the viewers have that 8-1 and he runs, can you please screenshot that and put it on your wall or something? Because that's got to be the best bet of all time. Whoever's got the 8-1 if he runs. But look, I was interested in Irish Point, and the betting's probably suggesting he's not. I thought it was a great move by Gordon to enter him up. If Constitution Hill doesn't go here, this is wide open for him to come and swoop this. But yeah, again, you're taking the risk. Is he going to Constitution Hill runs? He's not going to. But if he doesn't and he's still in here, I'd be backing him. I think he's going to get 2 miles on soft ground, what he likes, and he's well up against them mirrors. So that'd be the only way I'd be looking at this race if Constitution Hill doesn't run.
Yeah, I agree with Sean, to be honest. I think Love Envoy is good. She'd be hard to beat, but if Irish Point ran, I like Irish Point a lot. I think he's progressive, so I'd go with him. Andrew?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I agree with 2 lads. Irish Point, if he turns up, I think he'd be a great bet each way. Has improved since last year. His run at Downright was very good. Tanked through the race, put the race to bed very well. Give him Magical Zoe £12. You were well. That was a good performance last day. I know Lucia and Dance Katira haven't done anything for the form as such, but I think that was a good performance. Love Envoy, loved the conditions. Had an injury coming in. She had an injury, broken pelvis, something like that.
Afterwards.
Yeah, I think this might be. Let's see how she is kind of run. I don't think she'd be drill for this. Anywhere she's going to run. She's going to definitely run.
I don't know. I don't think he'll start anyway if he is run.
Can't wait to see him plant himself again. But yeah, Irish Point, he turns up. He's 10-1 on the day. I'll be backing him each way. If Con Hill turns up, he just wins.
Okay, on to the Betfair Henry VIII Novice Chase, Grade 1, 2 miles, fences, JPR 174. I forgot to say hurdles last time. Colonel Harry 72, ICO 72, Unexpected Party 5-1, and then you've got Petit Tenaire, La Patron, Pozo, Emery. Andrew?
I think we'll get our money back here from Cheltenham. He jumped unbelievably well. I think the amount of fences down the back straight, the railway fences and whatnot will suit him down to the ground. Still can't get over how he managed to unseat Ryder. Jumping the last at Cheltenham. Yeah, I think he'll win. He'll win convincingly. He's beaten Nicey already. Unexpected Party. He's a grand old horse. Colin Harry won well last time. But I think JPR won. Keep it sweet, short and sweet. I think he will win.
Tom?
Yeah, I'm with you, lads. You were very unlucky today in Cheltenham. He was going to absolutely bolt up, and I think he's a little bit ahead of these. And yeah, I think he'll get his retribution in the Grade 1 at Sandown. Yeah, and I think he's a good bet actually.
Sam, he's only 7-4 on the page there as best odds. I don't know where it is, to be honest.
Sean.
Yeah, he's my strongest bet of the weekend. He definitely was 7-4 today. So
7-4 everywhere, by the way, guys.
Yeah. He's my strongest bet of the weekend. He was very unlucky. It was galloping the Champ-esque, wasn't it? How he came down, like he jumped the fence fine and sort of came down after it. And it was a shame because he was literally foot perfect around Cheltenham. He pinged all them. I think he'll take the Sandown very well. And he's beaten ICO, although ICO did give him weight. ICO had the benefit of a run that day, and I just don't trust him. He's such a hot and cold horse, and the rest, like Petit Tonnerre, he was going to murder him the last day. Conall Harry is a one-paced horse, and he took on what's the horse that won at Wincanton Day of the Rising Stars? Nappers Hill. He beat Nappers Hill, and Nappers Hill was being popped around and wasn't too interested in winning. So I'd fancy JPR one to have a lot more toe than him, and I think for all them reasons he's a very good bet now, 7-4.
I think JPR 1's the most likely winner, but I won't be backing him because people have mentioned in the comments, and Sean has said he's not trustworthy. ICO in the comments, ICO is a dog. He was giving him like £15 the time at Newton Abbott. I think they ran him back too fast as well. And this horse has Sandown form and heavy ground Sandown form. He pops up and wins races. We're like, how has he won that out of nowhere? So I think JPR 1 will win, but I won't be back. Be afraid of ICO.
Scott McHughes scored again.
On to the Tingle Creek fences again. Grade 1, Jonbon 4-11, Captain Guinness 5-1, Edward Stone 8-1, Boot Hill 16s, Haddock's Obos 20s, Newman Negra 25s. Andrew?
Jonbon, if he turns up, should win, but even if he does win, I'm going to have an each way bet and Captain Guinness. Lovely performance at Navan. He's getting confused the whole time. Navan. Beat Dysart Dynamo convincingly, giving weight away. I think he's finally matured, and I think he's coming into the peak of his powers now. I'd love to see him win a Grade 1. And so if Jonbon doesn't turn up, or if Jonbon underperforms, he'll be there to pick up the pieces. I can't see him finish any worse than second. So we'll have an each way bet 5-1 on Captain Guinness.
Yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet. Each way and Captain Guinness for me as well. I thought the last day was his most impressive performances of his entire career. Seems to have got better over the last kind of 12 months. And surely he will run into a place if Jonbon is there and runs. Tom?
Yeah, I'd be thinking the same. Probably a no bet race for me, to be honest. But yeah, I'd be cheering on Captain Guinness. Jonbon on soft ground, bit of an unknown. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens, but it should be a good race.
Sean?
Yeah, it's Jonbon. I just don't see how you're going to turn that form from Sandown last year. He was very good the first day. He brings that in here. But I don't understand this. I think Henry should have a long look here and have a chat with himself, because there's a wide open Grade 1 there at Christmas, and El Fabiolo's missing, and Nogamin is missing. Blue Lord's out. I think he's screaming out. He'd be a long, short favourite for that. And I wouldn't fancy running up behind Jonbon here when he can get his Grade 1 win at Christmas. So, Tom, if you're up in Henry's between now and then, will you give him the shout and say the popular one, Chase, I think it is, the Grade 1, he'll win that.
I think he'll run at Christmas again anyway, to be honest.
Done it last year, didn't he?
Yeah, I just think he'll run him again at Christmas. Why not?
I think 2-1 just stretches him a tiny bit. I think the extra furlong.
He's about a mile 7 horse, isn't he?
Yeah, I think the extra 1 furlong is just
Yeah, that race at Christmas is going to be honking. Like, you're talking Dino Blue or something is probably going to be favourite for it.
Yep. Okay, we're on to the Beecher Chase. 3 miles, 2 furlongs over the national fences. I'll run through some of these, but Coco Beach is in here at 16-1. If he runs, he's keeping the weights pretty low for some of the others. Ashton Ladd's favourite, 11-2. Percussion 6s, Fantastic Lady 9s. Mr. Coffee He's a dog. 10-1. Highland Hunter 12s. Houston, Texas 12s. Big Breakaway 12s. Nowhere When 14s. And then you've Cocoa Beach 16s and a host of others. Sean, any big selection here?
I haven't a fucking clue. Close your eyes and stick a pin in it. That's the best I can give you here. This is not my sort of race, so I'll be staying clear.
I had no strong opinion. I find these races very, very difficult because the horses have to enjoy the fences or they just fucking throw dummies out the pram. But if Cocoa Beach is running, Houston, Texas is going to be carrying 9 stone 6. If the ground's heavy, he's a strong stayer. I think he won like Carlisle last time. I'll back him Aintree, but I have no strong opinion.
I'm going for the tried and tested percussion. Third, second over the national fences. Second in this last year behind Ashtown Lad, £2 better off. Second last time up would behind the Oliver Greenhall horse name's gone out my head. Geskill in the Sefton. I think he'll run a grand race. He's 6-1. As Dave said, his horse you kind of want to know that's going to enjoy it around here. He enjoys it being third, and second. And yeah, he's a horse that I'll have a little sneaky bet on him at 6-1.
Thomas.
Yeah, I'm going to go with percussion as well. I put him up the last day and he ran very well and kind of ran as expected. The might have been a bit too short. He just stays on one pace. So, yeah, very keen on him going here. Cocoa Beach keeps the weights right down. Great record over the national fences. And off 130, I think that's a workable mark. So, yeah, looking forward to him. I'll be backing him on Saturday.
I think Cocoa Beach is run. Since I printed off, he's had been jocked up or something.
Ah, well, there you go. He's grand old servant. Me and Tom put him up 1 year for the test. He's done the business.
Dude, great asset.
Off to Cork on Sunday at 1:15. Singleton's Super Value Stayers Novice Hurdle, 3 miles. Singleton's Super Value for all your breads and shopping goods and milk and all that stuff.
You can't walk out without buying bread.
Beautiful shop down there in Cork. Singleton's Super Value. Look it up. Wait, even said alcohol, crisps, deli.
No, I thought we were sponsored by Super Value there for a second.
A lot of these running no betting. I'll go through them all. Croke Park, Solitary Man, Watt Pact, Will Do, Better Days Ahead, Shigoran, Lecky Watson, Clown, Man's Way. No, he won the last time. Man's Way, Search for Glory, Mel Monroe. A lot of decent staying novices in this. It'd be hard to side with one. Andrew, who are you going for?
Croke Park runs here. I think 3 miles is what he's crying out for. I really like him. He'd be the one I would go for. I'm surprised Matt Ways entered in here. He doesn't scream to me a horse that wants 3 miles. I think he's a 2.5 miler. He runs here. I'd probably be against him at the trip. Solitary Man's an interesting one. He's a very progressive horse. He's been running some solid races around Cork his last few times. I don't know what price he is. If he's a decent like 7-8-1, if a few of the main players turn up, I'd have each way a bit in him. But Croke Park turns up here. I'd be very interested in him, and I think he will win.
If Man's Way turns up and he's getting weight from Croke Park, I'll side with him. I like Man's Way. I'll follow him away there till he falls apart or doesn't win. But yeah, no, it's a good race. I'm looking forward to that one on Sunday. Good watch. Sean?
Yeah, I wasn't so sure whether Man Way would run here. Big step up in trip, and I don't know if you want to empty him this time of the year at Cork. I thought Lecky Watson. I think he's been screaming out for a trip, and he's finally got it. And bumpers, he had all right form. He was towards fourths, and you're probably looking and saying he's probably not a genuine horse. But the last day he came out at Thurles, he was very fresh, and he pulled his whole way around, and he still managed to win by about a nose. But it was very good. He jumped well in the main. He had a little look at 2 out, but he still hurdled it well and went down and pinged the last and just about got up. I think he'd come on a lot for the run as he touched on with Willys. And I think if he's in here, you might get a decent price on him.
Yeah, Lecky Watson. He might need a trip. He also needs a brain transplant. Tom?
This is a random race, and I was going past previous years. Interestingly, in the last 10 years, Gordon Elliott has never won this race, and Willie Mullins has only won it twice, and he won it with Black Hercules and Fabulous Saga. So...
Did Henry win it last year with Hidden Valley Lake?
Yeah. I'm getting to that bit, Dave. Thank you.
Problem.
So
Here to help.
I don't think Croke Park is going to turn up here. He's already had 2 runs this season. He only ran 21 days ago. I can't see him running here at all. Will Do only ran 17 days ago. Can't see that at all either. So that left me looking at Henry's horse, Mahon's Way, who the lads both pointed out that, he stands out a little bit. Going up in trip, I'll trust Henry that he thinks he wants a trip. What I would say is, as Dave touched on, Henry won this last year with Hidden Valley Lake. And Dave, what maiden hurdle did Hidden Valley Lake win before winning this last year?
The same one that Man's Way won.
In one. So I think this is planned out, and I think Man's Way would definitely be my fancy.
Very good. The 145 of Cork, we'll quickly touch on this. The O'Flynn Group, Irish EBF Mares Novice Chase, Grade 2, 2 miles, half furlong. Zenta is in here, Silent Approach, Heya, Hattourier, Harmonia Maker, Fizzle Rock. For me, if Harmonia Maker runs and Zenta runs, I'd be with the filly that's already had a run. Harmonia Maker. She actually jumped really well for a filly that fucking did not jump hurdles well whatsoever. It was like the hurdles were in the way and she respected the fences a bit more. I thought she was very impressive that day, and I'd be siding with her.
Yeah, I'm the same. I went through her form there today. Like her runs from November, December, and of January 1st. She's had 5 runs in them months. She had 3 wins, a second and a third. And February, March, April, she's 7-4 on Seat Rider, fell and pulled up. So this seems to be the time of season to catch her. And as you said, her chase debut was really, really good. I would be very, very much getting jiggy with her now on Sunday.
Yeah, I'd be keeping Zenta on side for the season. She's by Pastorius, the sire of our filly, Tom Pastoral. She's a nice horse, but I think she'll get better as the season goes on. Thomas, Zenta or Harmonia Maker?
Yeah, look, I'm going to side with Zenta all this year. I'm mad keen about her. I think she's the one to take out of last year's juveniles. I know she got beat at Cheltenham, but she'd only had 1 run going into that on the 25th of February. And then they sent her straight to Cheltenham. She was only beaten a couple of lengths. She's then come out and won the Grade 1 at Aintree. I'm really, really keen on her and keeping her on side all this season. And as you said, Dave, those Pastorius fillies, Pastoral is our second one. We also had Shona, who you were involved in as well. And they are absolutely rapid. We unfortunately lost Pastorius last year as a stallion, or earlier this year, sorry. But I'd love to get another one if I could, because they are very, very good.
And last one, no betting around, just touch on it. Hilly Way, 2 miles, half furlong.
Miss Sean.
Oh, I never asked Sean, did I?
Yeah, Thomas trolled me. Shout out. What am I saying here? What? Thomas told me look here.
That's why I was just going to move on.
And I've tried to be smart here. I was very, very close to putting her up on the anti-post show this week, but I used my head and said, you know what, right, I'll wait another week and see her, just in case I look like a Looney Tune and she can't jump. So I think it says an awful lot that Willie's going to send her into a graded race first off. She does get £6 for being a 4-year-old. I really like her. I thought last season the 3 quick runs that she had from Punch down to Cheltenham to Aintree, they were all very, very good, and I can see big improvements coming from her. She's 20-1 in places now. Look, the way Willie's are running, I was saying to myself, she could probably run a great race and finish second to Harmonia Maker, and you'll still get a price. Last year I think Willie had Dino Blue, wasn't it, in the previous run of this race, so they can throw up good ones. So I'll be watching McKean eyes and Zenta here.
Yep. And then last one, as I was saying, the Hilly Way Chase, Grade 2, and it's the return to El Fabiolo. Hopefully he'll run. Rebel Gold, Fildor, Jungle Boogie, who we haven't seen for years, and there's a bit of he's been trained by Henry now. A bit of furore on the Twitter machine about it. A bit of people going on about it, but fuck Jungle Boogie. Vanillier,
Wow.
Mascada. Tom's favourite horse. Mascara, back to 2 miles, unfortunately for Tom. Not the best.
I'm going to be murdered.
The whispering in the ear didn't work, Tom.
We tried to tell you, Tom. We're here to tell. I'm looking forward to seeing El Fab back. He's got to win. surely.
I got to win, giving weight away. He should win and win handsomely. I just want to hear what Tom has to say.
Tom?
Yeah, all over El Fabulous. Really liked him all last year, and cannot wait to see him. Cannot wait to see him back out.
You think he'll beat Mascada?
Yeah, we're a prepper on Tom.
Mascada.
What's that Dracones thing that early won the national thing at Fairly House? Ran a good race, 3 miles, 6 furlongs, whatever it was.
What?
What was the Dracones things that beat her at Dorless?
Regina Dracones.
That's the one.
Yeah. So, Jesus Christ. Deep breath. Yeah, look, I think she'll run a nice race. She'll probably stay on, and they'll probably go back up to 2.5 miles with her. Yeah, I think she'll be just fine for the mares chase. Not too worried yet.
She'll do an Astro Diamond.
Sean, El Fab.
Yeah, I want to see him boss this. There's probably room for, I know it's mad to say, there's probably room for further improvement on him, to be honest with you. He hasn't had all that much racing, and I think another summer on his back, he's absolutely massive. He's one of the biggest horses down there. Well, he's a big juggernaut, and I can't wait to see him out the weekend.
I wonder.
Did Duck One tell you, is this lad fit or is he not fit? Is he in the half? Fit,
I'm sure. Similar to Imperial Pass, Tom, the betting will probably tell you everything.
I wonder, will there be a bit of recency bias if Jonbon turns up and beats Captain Guinness and so on? It'll be, and he goes into favourite, and then the next day El Fab comes out, wins on the Sally Snap by 30 lengths. It's like, look, he's back. I'm in the El Fab camp anyway. Any naps and next best?
Nap, stay away, Faye, next best, Harmonia Maker.
Sean?
Nap will be JPR 1, and next best, we didn't cover it. The 150 at Sandown on Friday, south of the border. I really liked his performance around Sandown. Gone on soft ground, and he pulled away nicely to win by 3 lengths. I think he's a cracking chance. He's proven on the ground, and a step up and trip. Look, no issue the last day how he hit the line.
Tom?
I'm not liking this bottling Giastinko. The next great thing.
Tom, I can't lie to people and say I'm gonna have the house on him, because I'm not.
Exactly. I'm not liking the bottling, but anyway, it's happened. I am just all in JPL 1. One bet I could see for the weekend, 7-4 is fair on him. Could be a little bit shorter, I think.
Yeah, the one bet I will have, I think Man's Way will run. Tom gave you the reasons why. I think he'll win on Cork. No other next best. I didn't get to fully go through the other races, but I probably will put something up on Twitter or Instagram. The races that we touched on, I don't want to give a next best, because I'd like JPR 1 if I had to pick one, but I'm worried about ISO. ISO just
worried me.
Because he could just pop up and win.
He's a mad.
He's about 7 hoods on.
Yeah.
Fucking lunatic.
7 hoods, tongue tie, blinkers, eye shields, nose bands.
He's liable to do anything, that horse. And there we go. That's the end of the week preview, or the weekend preview. Another weekend of great racing. Leading up to, I think Cheltenham is on next weekend, and then we are into kind of the Christmas meetings, because we'll have Ascot, the Long Walk Hurdle, couple of drinks, bit of food for Christmas, some chocolate. Go to Super Value in Cork. Nice fucking shop, I tell you. And then we're into the Christmas racing and our Christmas preview. Thank you for watching as ever. Please, their internet's gone mad again. Please like and subscribe, leave your comments below. Hopefully get some winners, gamble responsibly, drink responsibly, and have fun.